starts now with the First Alert Weather Day.
Good evening, I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. Here's what we know right now about Hurricane Helene at 6. Georgia under a state of emergency. Our Georgia National Guard is on standby. You can expect heavy, historic rain, strong, consistent wind, flooding. That is our deadliest threat.
And tonight, Atlanta News First has team coverage for you. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez is tracking the huge amount of dangerous rain we expect to see. Jennifer.
And you can see it right here on First Alert radar. We are under a First Alert weather day today and tomorrow as we expect impacts from Hurricane Helene. Already seeing active flash flood warnings across metro Atlanta, in Fulton County, portions of DeKalb County, portions of Gwinnett County, taking you into Clayton County, Fayette County, seeing flash flood warnings, which means flash flooding is happening or is imminent. Then south of that, Spalding County, Pike, Lamar, Upson County, seeing flash flood warnings. And we'll continue to see these waves of heavy rain throughout the entire evening, overnight, and into tomorrow morning as Hurricane Helene moves through the state of Georgia. Right now, Helene, a strong Category 3 hurricane with 120-mile-an-hour winds, moving to the north-northeast at 21 miles an hour, expected to make landfall this evening along the Big Bend of Florida, and then it will weaken as it moves over land, but still strong enough that as it moves over South Georgia, it is forecast to be a Category 2 hurricane with 105-mile-an-hour winds, and then it will be a tropical storm as it moves over North Georgia. We do have hurricane warnings for southern parts of our viewing area where hurricane force wind gusts are possible. That does include Spalding County, Pike, Lamar, Upson County, Butts County, and Jasper County. The rest of North Georgia is under a tropical storm warning where tropical storm conditions are expected. We are expecting heavy downpours. We are expecting strong winds and widespread power outages. And some of these power outages could be prolonged, so not just for an hour or two, but possibly for days, especially if we see enough of that. For more on when we're expecting the strongest winds and possibly the highest amount of power outages, let's go to First Alert meteorologist Fred Campagna.
I don't think it's overstating it, Jen, to say that we could see historic tree damage in parts of North Georgia from this storm. A storm that is already carrying with it a ton of wind on the eastern side of it. Look at this buoy offshore, gusting to 78 miles an hour. It's gusted over 70 miles per hour in St. Pete. That is stronger than any gust that they saw from Idalia. Now here in North Georgia right now, we're not seeing any real wind gusts, but we will as the evening goes on start to see that breeze increasing. But we are not going to see the stronger gusts until likely after midnight. Notice the colors on the map here. Yellow means you run a low risk of getting some tree damage, orange a moderate risk, and then red a high risk. And it's after midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, starting to see 45 to 50 mile per hour gusts show up east of Atlanta. Still not too much wind in the metro and points west 3 o'clock in the morning. By 4 o'clock in the morning, winds are gusting over 60 miles per hour south and east of Atlanta based on the current projected track. Again, it's still not really cranking in Atlanta, but it is early tomorrow that we start to see those winds really increasing, near 70 miles per hour for Athens, starting to see 50 mile per hour gusts south of Atlanta, 50 mile per hour gusts into Atlanta by 6 o'clock in the morning. And then a strong west-southwesterly winds are likely as the storm lifts to the north. We may see some gusts up in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range right into the metro. 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think that's when the Atlanta metro area will see their strongest wind gusts and strong winds to continue as you go up into northeast Georgia until a little bit later on in the morning. Those winds will become breezy by about midday into tomorrow afternoon. But you have just a few hours, unfortunately, in the rain to secure anything that you're concerned about outside this evening before those winds really pick up overnight. Blair?